The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us.
I'm glad that that's gone away. Like, it's slowly, like, enough people came out and were like,
no, it's
okay,
legit.
let's pump the fucking brakes. People were using these bats last week. The Yankees just mashed 35 runs in 3 games. So, like, I get it.
Look at your fucking lineup.
Well, that too. My boy Austin Wells is close to the Mendoza line, but he's a catcher, so I expect him, and he's young, to pick back up. Ben Rice, on the other hand, boy, I love that kid. Good God, do I love that kid. He's batting over 300. He's lasers. He's all over the field. Love it.
Well, I would say, I think that's you look, right? Some people might say it's an unfair comparison, Yankees-Cardinals, but it's like...
No. Overall, yeah.
But like, Yankees are in that position of, like, that's what a solid franchise with an ownership that does want to win.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Is that you bring up those young kids with the mix of veterans.
Correct.
Including Goldie.
Oh, Goldie. He's batting over 300 too.
Good.
He's a historically slow starter, right? Am I getting that correct?
Other than last year for the Cardinals, he was just always, he's solid.
He's just consistently
awesome. He might start in like the high
There's
200s.
just a few things
and
I've
then
read.
get to like 310, but
they call it historically slow starter, but yes. He's not batting over 300 the first month.
He's also coming off of the worst season in his whole life.
Right. He's on a 1-year contract. I don't think we only signed him on that 1-year veterans, whatever they call it.
Which also means, he's in a pay or play year.
Like Bellinger is too.
Yeah, and
I'm okay with that.
And also, like, Goldie's a perfect one. Like, if he's hitting over 300 by the All-Star break, trade him. Like, get 3 or 4 dudes for him.
DJ LeMahieu's coming back.
Yeah.
And I kind of hope that...
You get that little overlap, yeah.
Yeah, but
like
I'd rather LeMahieu get a little more value and get him and keep Goldie for the year. But again, we're getting way fucking ahead of ourselves.
I'm just saying,
that's the
like,
All-Star break.
Well, no, but that's the incentive for Goldie this year is like build my value with a club that actually gives a shit
and makes the playoff. Yeah.
Or you get like, okay, if there's an overload of first baseman. Or,
you mean the Yankees?
Yeah.
No, we don't do that.
But say there's another team, perfect fit would be if the Diamondbacks are on a run post All-Star break.
They beat us 2 out of 3.
They give you 2 farm prospects.
I'll take 2 farm prospects
to get Goldie
and
back.
Cash considerations.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Is that where he's from? Arizona?
Yeah, that's where he was drafted and where he came
is that where he's from?
I don't know if that's where he lives.
He's probably from the Midwest.
But that's who he came
up
with.
Went to college.
No, I think he's like in Arizona. I think he's like a Scottsdale kid or something.
Went to Arizona State or something.
Yeah.
Is that the one that has the good baseball team?
Well, we're going to get to that if we have time.
Okay. So here's my thing. I would love to trade Goldie at the trade deadline for like 87 starting pitchers.
Sure, yeah.
Because right now it's Fried and a whole bunch of garbage. The Yankees can win games scoring 10 runs and giving up 5, but they're not going to win games like today where they got beat 6-2 or 6-3. Like, they're not going to do that.
Who are y'all playing right now?
The Tigers. And Skubal didn't pitch today. Here's a perfect example.
Tigers are on the upswing, though.
Yeah, remember they went on that fucking run last year? I expect them to be good. Skubal's going to win the Cy Young unless he gets hurt. Did he win it last year?
No.
Wasn't Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Not last year, 2 years ago.
No, last year he won it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, man, my years are just
That's
wrong.
why his injury was such a big deal.
Oh, you're right. Well, I don't know why I think that was 2 years ago. Because they lost in the World Series last year. But it's freed a whole bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
And our bullpen's great. Yesterday, down 4-0, like in the first 2 innings. Tied it, scoring 3 in the 9th, because that's what we do, and then lose on a walk-off. But again,
You're almost describing the Cardinals, except like we go down 9 runs, we get 4 runs in the next inning,
that's what they did here tonight.
and then we don't score anymore.
So the Yankees' bats are awesome. I know baseball,
Yeah.
and that is not a way to win baseball games. Like you need to win.
It's not sustainable.
You right, especially come to playoffs. Like you need playoffs. You need, again, the World Series taught us everything. Like we can we can hit with anybody, but good pitching will shut us down.
I was gonna say is that it's like that's the sneaky part about the Dodgers.
And Boone being a fucking shit face. Jeez. Oh look, this kid's thrown 2. He's a long middle reliever. He's
Well, I was gonna say,
2 innings of no hit ball.
You're gonna love this though. I mean, even with the right squad, a bad manager can win. Look at Bob Brenly in the Diamond. Yeah, see what I did there? See what I did?
Luis Gonzalez, the greatest baseball player ever.
Yeah.
Fucking cocksucker. I hate you. Fucking broken bat Luke single.
Yeah.
With the infield in.
Yeah. Because he was so bad.
Right, because Mariano Rivera is terrible. You should just
No. They were playing it in because he hadn't hit all game.
I don't give a fuck, man.
And he did a fucking
never second
Texas leaguer of
I
Mariano.
will never second guess anything, but with Rivera on the mound,
Yeah.
on the hump, you do not bring your infield in that situation.
No,
I don't
no.
care.
No.
Like
No, I mean, like,
if you're gonna
yeah.
get beat, if you're gonna let this shit face beat you, you get beat playing normal defense and hope Mariano Rivera strikes him out.
Or you should be in prevent defense. Everybody should be on the edge of the grass.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, don't let anything over your head in the outfield. But this
Particularly, when you got a runner, with a runner on third.
He was on third.
Yeah.
He was on third.
Yeah. No.
With 1 out. Guess where he hit the ball? To Jeter's breadbasket.
Right.
Except he was standing in the fucking infield grass. Sorry, I won't take any more time. Boone has cost us 2 games already. We have a closer, but he doesn't pitch the closer that we spent all that money on because he's Brett Boone. So he's good for 20 losses a year.
Yeah. That's what I hate about early season is when they start talking like pitch counts with the bullpen, and you're going like, last time I checked, these guys like throw like to 3 batters in the 9th. Like roll them out there every night.
I want to see, and you know what? Don't be scared to throw your closer out there for 4 or 5 outs. I get it. It's the beginning of the season, and like I'm not going to risk it, but no. Every win.
I will say this is that the Cardinals got burned on that.
Did that? Well, I mean, you can, but
and this was like 2 years ago. Ryan Helsley was becoming one of the best closers.
okay.
But he's a 3-batter guy, and
Well, you have those guys.
They brought him out. This was when we were, I think we were facing the Phillies
in the playoffs.
Yeah, like the divisional round.
No, that makes sense.
The last time the Cardinals made the playoffs.
Not 2 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Now.
Yeah, first year we had Marmol. Marmol brought in Helsley to get the last out of the 8th inning. And then the 9th inning, like Cardinals are on top, looking good. Helsley gets through 2 batters, gets to the 3rd, he can't find the strike zone. Yeah. Oh my God! Like he walked like 2 straight, gave up a double.
My biggest thing is the 1 batter and then sitting for a closer.
Yeah.
Is
bad idea.
Bad idea. But
But you have to do it now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I grew up, not grew up, but like I watched Rivera in his prime and Wetland before him.
Yeah.
Like I watched some closers.
But like Torrey never brought in Rivera unless it was assured.
Correct. Yeah. And if only in the playoffs would he ask him to go more than 3 outs.
Yeah.
And I've seen him, I think 2 innings is the most I've seen him pitch. What?
No, yeah.
Was it?
Well, no, because you don't want to go through a lineup with a guy with 2 pitches.
Yeah, right. I think 2 innings is the most I've seen. And
Yeah.
I'm sure he pitched 7 outs at some point in his fucking career, but
Yeah, never 9 though.
no, absolutely not.
No.
I guess the point being is Brett Boone, not Brett. Brett? I almost called him. I did call him Brett, his brother, who's way better than Aaron.
Right.
We were talking about him last week. Aaron Boone is terrible. He's like not a field manager like the guys who know what. Bruce Bochy's like one of the last
Or
ones
like Tony
left.
La Russa, yeah.
Joe Torre was that guy. Dusty Baker's not. Lou Piniella was that guy.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Madden, Joe Madden, the guy who was with Tampa and then went to Cleveland.
No, he went to Angels, Anaheim.
You know what I'm talking about.
He was with the Cubs he was with the Cubs when they won the World Series, yeah.
Right. He
Yeah.
was with Tampa before that.
Yeah.
That guy was a good
Field, yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you have those dudes anymore.
No, because they've been.
Everybody's like a binder.
Well, I don't want to shit on sabermetrics because I think there is value in it.
There is.
But the idea of like that whole, not the whole but there are things you can see in a game, like for instance that we were recording on it. Was it last year or 2 years ago? The Phillies were playing the Braves or somebody. And
That makes sense in the playoffs, yeah.
And remember,
Yeah.
and we were watching, and I was like, dude's tipping his pitches. And then we saw Bryce Harper in the dugout going, he's tipping his pitches.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's when you need a manager who has feel to go, clearly there's something wrong here.
Who
Yeah.
was it in the World Series when Darvish,
Yeah.
when they lost to Washington? No, that can't be right because they're both in the National League. Houston. At any
Anyway,
point,
yeah.
a Dodger was tipping his pitches
Yeah.
too. Like you can't do that.
I think that was the Phillies series, but the Phillies ended up losing that.
Oh, maybe that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
okay. Oh, that was the year that the Braves ended up winning it all.
Could have been, yeah.
A few years ago.
Or it was last year. And again, we keep thinking things are multiple years.
Well, that's how it works. But yeah, you need a feel like
Right. But
Boone is so.
But that's one of
he
the
goes
problems
into-
is that you have these managers who don't know, and they don't have bench coaches who can tell them like, hey, we got to pull him because he's clearly, or somebody needs to go out and a catcher, like that's the catcher's job of
he's
going
thrown
like,
16
hey,
pitches, and
I'm-
4 of them have been in the strike
right,
zone.
and like that's the other thing too is that, and then why I'm not gonna cry, but I miss dudes like Yachty or Javi Lopez or
Sada would have done it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, gone out there and been like, you're fucking tipping your pitch.
Even I can't believe I'm going to say this. Joe Girardi would do
Yeah.
it too. Austin Wells is going to get there. He's still young,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
but he's learning.
But that's also knowing
catcher is the
your
most
battery mate.
fascinating position on the diamond. But sir, I couldn't do it. I don't know how.
Oh, it's so fun.
Bruh.
I mean, I did it in Little League and it was still fun.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Like I guess there's a reason why catchers become managers.
Yeah, because you have to manage. The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion. Marketing by Brock Ryder. Graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion. Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.